all, hurry, before the waters fall. Work on the ship, build the chamber and the hall, as God has bid us to.
Look, Father, I've already found an axe to use to chop wood down, as sharp as any in all this town, for the work we've got to do.
I have a hatchet, sharp and keen. It bites in well, as may be seen. It's a better ground blade with an edge more mean than any in all this town.
I can make nails and pins and use this hammer to knock them in. Let's get to work and stop this din. We'll do it, I'll be bound.
Ah. We can carry the timber too. There isn't much else we can do. Women are weak, as you well know. We shan't be in any big trouble.
Here's a solid hatchet stock. You can cut on this and knock. No one's idle in his flock. We're not that feeble.
Tar and sludge to cork the ship up and paint it with pitch. Dogs, it must be every plank and stitch, every board, stick and pin.
I'll gather twigs and chippings there and put them for a fire all together. I'll find something for dinner by the time you all come in.
In the name of God, I now begin to make this ship that we sail in. We must be ready when it's time to swim at the coming of the flood. These boards I nail together should shelter us from the weather. We can float along hither and thither and stay safe inside from the flood. From this tree I'll make a mast, tied with cables made to last, with a sail to take each blast. Each thing's the proper kind. Have a topsail and a bowsprit. The cords and ropes are a perfect fit. When the flood comes, we'll be ready for it. Our work is at an end. Wife, in this vessel we must shut up shop. You and the children in your hole.
In faith, sir, I should stop. I do not like this in you hop. I do not do as you say.
Good wife. Now do as I thee bid.
Not I by Christ till I see more need. You can stand all day and stare.
Lord, women are crabby. Complaining always. They never stay silent, if I dare so say. Well, you can see it here today. Your witnesses, every one. Why, let be with all this stir, all this fuss you make out here. They all think you're the master. And so you are by St. John.
Noah, take your family into the ship. Now hurry ye. 3 beasts thou should take with thee, 7 pair. Now count carefully. Of the others, 1 pair, a he and a she. 2 by 2 they must go in. The world is full of sin. It is hateful to my sight. 40 days and 40 nights rain shall fall on the foes of right. That I have made with my own might, now think I to destroy.
Lord, to your bidding I am bound. If no other grace is found, all mankind must now be drowned. I alone thy favour find. Have done, men and women all. Hurry, before the waters fall. See each beast safe in its stall. Into the ship let them be brought. Of clean beasts there 7 should be, of unclean 2, so God told me. The flood is coming, as you can see. Come on now, tarry not.
Here are the lions. The leopards are in. The horses and mares. Oxen and kine. Goats and calves. Sheep and swine. Standing where you can see.
Camels and asses we could find, buck and doe, hart and hind. Beasts of every manner and kind are coming, it seems to me.
Take the dogs, the cats too. Otters and foxes, badgers also. Rabbits and hares, hopping, off they go. There's fodder for all to eat.
Bears and wolves,
One more cat would make us a crowd. Here a rat, there a mouse. Must stand up close together.
Here come the fowls, the big and the small, the herons and the cranes, the bitterns and daws, swans and peacocks, and a good big store to feed them through this weather.
Here are cocks and kites and crows, rooks and ravens, curlews too, ducks, cuckoos, all the kinds you know, each one in its pair. Here are the doves, the sparrows and the drakes, plovers from the fields, redshanks from the lakes. Every bird that can sing or shriek is safe enough in here.
Wife, come in. Why stand out there? You can be forward enough, I can swear. Get in. In God's name, it's time we were. If you don't, we might well drown.
Off you go. Set sail at once. Row forth and good riddance. I tell you, there's no chance of my going out of town. My gossips live here, every one. 1 foot further will I not be gone. They won't drown by St. John if I can save their lives. They love me. They are my mates by Christ. And you won't let them in your floating chest. So sail off now when you think best and get yourself a new one.
Shem, son, your mum's in one of her moods. I've never met such a woman for carrying on so.
Don't worry, I'll fetch her into you. Have you ever known me fail? Mother, my father asks you, and so do I. If you'll get into this ship by and by, look up, you can see the sky. We're ready to set sail.
Son, go back to him and say, I'm not going there today.
Come in, wife. You can't stand out there all day. By the devil himself, you'll drown if you're out.
The flood is flowing with great haste. It flows out far on every side. Good gossip, the fear of drowning fills me fast. Let's draw near. But what have we drink before we go? We've done so before. I've seen you in one draught drink down a quart, and I'll do the same before we go. Here's a tankard of Malmsey, good and strong. It'll warm the heart and loosen the tongue. Though no one might say we're taking too long, I'll drink down every drop.
Shall we fetch her in?
Aye, son. With Christ's blessing in mind, we've only got a little time. The flood comes on, I've got no doubt.
Mother, we ask you together, for here we are, all your children. Come into the ship for fear of the weather. For the love of God, have a thought.
I will not come when you call. I must have my gossips all.
No, Mother, I say you shall, whether or not you think you ought.
Welcome, wife, to my little boat.
Change for note.
Ah, by heaven, it is much too hot. It is good to be quiet, children. I think the boat has moved. Now all the world is one great flood. Ah, great God, that art so good, may all work by thy will. The window I will shut anon, and into my chamber soon be gone, until the weather all is done, and the flood gone by God's might. Say that it is dry on hill or plain, and God has shown his grace. Ah, Lord, wherever this raven be, somewhere is dry, so I see. But a dove will return to me, so meek you are, so tame. Blessed Lord be thou always. My sweet dove bears olive from some dry place. It is a token that thou hast sent us grace. It is a sign of peace.
Noah, take your wife Anan and your children, everyone, and all of ye out of the ship be gone, all of them with you. The birds and all the beasts that fly, they too shall go hence by. All on earth go and multiply. It is my will that it be so. My rainbow stands between you and me. There in the firmament it shall be a truthful sign for all to see. My vengeance now has ceased. Only for sin grieve me sore. This my vengeance was.
Lord God in majesty, such grace have you granted me, where all else drowned, safe to be, to thy love am I bound. My wife, my children, my family, with sacrifice will honour thee. By the rainbow all can see the grace that we have found.